management, or advertisers of this station.
I'm simply saying that life finds a way.
All right, people, write something on the board. Let's spell it. First letter. L. What's that?
It's time. It's time to have real, honest, open, difficult, and inspiring conversations. It's time for Love and Life on WURD, Progressive Black Talk Media.
Look at that. Hi there, family. Hi there, family. Hello, 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 and welcome. See what I'm saying? You see what I'm saying? Welcome to Love and Life with yours truly, Carol Riddick, right here on WURD, Progressive Black Talk Media, on air and online at wordradio.com. A moment ago, though, it was muted. It wasn't anywhere, was it? But in any event, happy Tuesday to you. Happy Tuesday, December 26th. Happy Kwanzaa. How about that? And just happy holiday season all together. How are things coming along with and for you? I hope you're all making out well. You know, the holiday season can be tough. I have missed you. I've missed all of you so much. I really have. Life began to life in full speed, quite honestly, as it sometimes does. And I had to ride the wave and pray that it didn't toss me off. How about that? But you know, it does that sometimes. It does that sometimes. So, was Santa good to you? Or were you Santa? How about that? And if so, I want to know if Santa was good to you. I want to know how so. And if you were Santa, I want to know what you did. Also, since today is the first day of Kwanzaa, the Kwanzaa celebration, what are you doing to celebrate? Let me know. You know, I want to know it all. I ask all the time what you're doing and how things are with you, because I like to know what's going on with you. So happy birthday to all of our love bugs that are celebrating, especially if you are celebrating on today. Happy birthday, all that good stuff. So family, if you are joining us by way of socials, let us know by sharing a comment, or, you know, you can even give us a call, and you can do that. Yes, you can. Yes, you can by dialing 215-634-8065. You can even give us a call toll free. And you can do that by dialing 1-866-361-0900. Yes, you can. You know, we love the love any way you care to share it. I must share with you, though, that Nick is not here with us today. Jordan is filling in. Hey there, Jordan. And Jordan, thank you so much for telling me that I was muted. I'm struggling already, and we just started. What in the world? Heavens to Murgatroyd. So for those of our family members whose hearts are heavy, or whose lights might just be shining a little dimly, just know that I'm sending you extra love and hugs on behalf of your entire tribe and village, because I just want you to know that you are so not alone. You are not alone. I just need you to know that, okay? You've got us. You've got your whole village right here, your whole tribe, and we are ready and willing to help you carry that weight. On that note, I do want to share that our family members are checking in. Nicole P is checking in. Hi there, Nicole P. She shares, hey there, Love and Life family. So happy to be here, checking in from Burbank, California. Well, you know we love the love and we love you. So we're sending it right back to you. And Fifi Dawkins is checking in. Hi, beautiful. Alfred is checking in as well. Alfred Evans. He's sharing happy holidays, Merry Christmas, Christmas to all, Happy Kwanzaa, all that good stuff. He's saying, hey there, Word family. And Malcolm, hey there, brother Malcolm. Malcolm White, that is, who is watching and listening from West Mount Airy. Good evening to you. Good evening. Before we go further, and before I introduce you to this phenomenal individual that we have in our first hour tonight, I want to go to our phone lines because Ron is calling in. Ron, hi there. Thank you for calling.
And thank you for being there. I called in to say thank you, Carol, and thank you, the evening program, Love and Life, because that's what it's all about. And the reason I want to thank you, and I want people to hear me very clear, because of your sensitivity, your words, no hanky-panky. I don't do the hanky-panky thing or flirtation. And I want to thank you for that. It has been an uplifting in my life at 81 years of age. I have had things in my life, a lot of good things in my life, besides some of the little obstacles I had overcome. Mm-hmm. And because of your words, you certainly, I don't come with no Hollywood or either melodramatic. And I thank you for that. My primary doctor have been with me since 2019. I'm very blessed to have this person that have helped me on my journey when I was over there at the University of Penn. And because of this person, I have established not only as a professional person, let me cut this down, I want this to be heard, not only as a professional person, but as a good rapport, because I am a very knowledgeable man. And I have established that with this person that happened to be in the medical field. And because of it, I brought my questions and recommendations to her, and also considered the recommendations she was made to me on my situation. What a beautiful person that the Lord has sent in my life, like you and many others, of inspiration, not because of being a professional person or you're a singer or anything like that, but to have the compassion. And this is where you fit in at. Any time that you're listening to what I say and you was able to interpret that and put it together, in the last, I would say the last 4 months at most, you begin to change your language. Not I love you, not me, but I care. That's bigger than any relationship. What a wonderful thing to hear this in life, for someone to care for you. And I think you was able to put them components together based on what I've seen and maybe what you have seen for yourself. I am truly blessed. The other day, somebody sent me a gift, and guess what they sent me? They sent me a marble vase with a marble cup. People listen at this radio station and I always talk about my cup running over. And I picked it up on Saturday. What a wonderful gift. And this primary person, I made a recommendation that we got to talk to one another about life journey, even with my medical thing. And I made a recommendation to her in reference to her family. And she said, Ryan, I never heard nobody say nothing like that. It probably would say, I've never heard no one to say for me to do what you're recommending for my family. She said, I never heard that. She said, not only is it intriguing, what a thought to have on the mind. What goes around comes around. Mm-hmm. Look at you and all y'all people that have been an inspiration to me. And because of it, this person, no foolishness, no hanky-panky, and have been people like those people with skills in their education to guide me. Why? Because I have some sense. I am a very knowledgeable man. Without being in any institution, I'm not screaming foul. I am saying extremely blessed. And there's people with this skilled eyes, not because of personal wealth or what they have achieved. And if they give it to the world, that's their gift given back to the world. And I said to the Almighty God, if I have done anything for anybody in my life, give the blessing to the person that have been an inspiration to me in the name of appreciative. Yes, y'all have made a difference in my life with nothing but kindness in the world. And I thank you for that. And I'm truly blessed. I have always conduct myself in order. I don't come on females with a bunch of nonsense and all that other stuff. When you have someone that cares for you for the beauty, dissect that word caring. It means, especially you women that is educated and have the sensitivity, like Auntie and them, you can pick up something. That's why it was a couple, I won't repeat that. That's why you read it. You didn't give it no life. You said not nothing, but you did something. And that's what encouraged mine. So I will be forever grateful to you and those who have uplifted my spirit. Don't worry about money. I don't worry about none of that stuff. The Lord has blessed me with a pension. Then he has blessed me to be an expert in compassion, of being very caring. I'm obligated to be that way because people like you, not been a lot of them, have certainly made my life much more better, especially at the end of this year, going into the new year. I don't know what the future holds, but I know this. It's what I won't never say out of my face in negative and directed to anyone, because y'all didn't have to say to me what you said and do for me what you did. No money, none of that stuff. And I'm truly blessed. Thank you very much.
Ron, once again, and as always, thank you. Just thank you so much for your vulnerability, for your sensitivity, for your transparency, and for continuously pouring into us positively. It truly, truly is appreciated. I want you to know that. Family, I want to take this time to share a few things with you. The first of which is the harvest. WURD Radio is sharing a harvest for the world. Now through December 31st, visit wordradio.com to find information on upcoming give back events in the Philadelphia area. If your organization is hosting free clothing giveaways, food drives, free workshops, community dinners, and more, please share the information using the details. Share the details. You hear me? Share the details using the form on our website. Visit wordradio.com/The Harvest and look for the Harvest banner. Family, it is harvest time, and we're sharing information on those giving back to the community. The harvest is brought to you by Comcast, Pico, Keystone First, and the United Way. We are WURD, Progressive Black Talk Media. I also want to share something else with you. WURD family, big news. You hear me? So from December 1st through December 31st, sign up for a membership and receive 50% off any store item. Think sweatshirt or whatever it is you like. It's our holiday gift to you. Your membership does not just mean sweet deals. It powers the Black Talk media that you and I both love. So it's a win-win. Don't miss out. Okay, head on over to wordradio.com, grab a membership, and treat yourself to 50% off. It's our way of thanking you for being a part of the WURD family. Happy holidays to you. And the last thing that I want to share with you in this moment before you meet our guest is for you to tune in to Cafe Mocha every Sunday from 8 p.m. until 10 p.m. Cafe Mocha is radio from a woman's perspective. Check out the flavor from the hosts, comedian and actress Lonnie Love, hip-hop legend Yo-Yo, and broadcast veteran Angelique Perrin as they bring their own point of view to today's issues, social commentary, celebrity interviews, and self-help advice, all wrapped in soundtracks of urban contemporary music. Family, that's Cafe Mocha. Sundays at 8 p.m. only on WURD, Progressive Black Talk Media. All right, here we are. Let's get started. I want you to meet this phenomenal woman. She is an acclaimed actor and Philadelphia native. How about that? She began her career in entertainment as a professional dancer. How about that? A graduate of Franklin Learning Center and Temple University, Anisa Nyell Johnson is best known for her work on Marvel's Spider-Man: No Way Home, The Resident on Fox, Black Lightning on the CW, and Echoes on Netflix. In her latest project, however, Found, viewers can watch Anisa as Detective Shaker on NBC every Tuesday at 10 p.m. Eastern Time and on next day streaming on Peacock. In addition to her acting experience, she also serves as a producer and entertainment consultant in film and television. Hello, did I not tell you she was phenomenal? Family, I introduce to you and welcome you to the conversation with Anisa Nyell Johnson. Hi there, beautiful.
Hello. Thank you so much for having me, Carol. I appreciate it.
Thank you for coming to spend some time with us. We love welcoming new family members. We sure do. We sure do. So I'm, as I was sharing with you, the hour goes by so quickly. Can you tell us a little about you?
Well, you gave a good intro. Let's see. Some things that y'all may not know is I started out as, like you said, a dancer, but I also, when I went to Temple, my major was psychology. So I was a clinician, so I counsel people with schizophrenia, bipolar psychosis, and dual diagnosis before I got back into performing arts.
Well, wait, that sounds about right for going into entertainment.
Right. I do more therapy, I think, on set, helping people, walking in my service purpose. I'm big on people figuring out their service purpose, and this at this present time is mine. So I think I do more counseling on set. Of course, not getting paid to do that. But I think I've been doing it more than I did when I was getting paid. So.
Oh, I believe so. We creatives, we are a special bunch. If you're in the entertainment industry, we are so delicate and special. That's the best way I can say it. We are special. So first of all, that was a whole lot right there because I was not prepared. Okay, I was so not prepared for that. But what I want to do is digest that in this moment. Family, listen, what we're going to do right now is take a short break. And when we come back, we're going to dig deep with Anisa. So stay with us because we are coming right back.
Are you or someone you love struggling with an addiction to drugs or alcohol and want to be set free from the chains of addiction? Then call Addiction Helpline America right now to get the help you need. From drug and alcohol addiction to dual diagnosis treatment, we provide a confidential helpline to help people like you get sober and live happy, substance-free lives.
Treatment helped me get my life back. I was so addicted. The only person I could focus on was myself and what I needed. I hit rock bottom and lost everything. Through treatment, I was able to overcome those demons and focus on my family again.
I used until I overdosed and almost died. That was the end of the road for me. After seeking treatment, I now have hope. I learned skills that help me deal with life on life's terms.
800-932-1745. 800-932-1745. 800-932-1745. That's 800-932-1745.
No young person should ever have to worry about having a safe place to sleep at night, or a warm meal to eat, or whether anyone cares about them.
But the reality is, 1 in 10 young adults will experience a form of homelessness this year.
But the good news is, there's an organization making a big difference. Covenant House.
For over 50 years, Covenant House has been helping youth in crisis and giving them the support and the tools they need to succeed in life.
I have no words to express how Covenant House changed my life. They just really genuinely just wanted to help me succeed, and I'm succeeding.
When youth who are experiencing homelessness have a hot meal, a safe place to sleep, and love, most of all love, they can overcome heartbreaking challenges, and their lives are transformed.
Covenant House is changing the lives of young people in cities across America.
To learn more, go to covenanthouse.org today. Thank you for caring. WURD Radio is sharing a harvest for the world. Now through December 31st, visit wordradio.com to find information on upcoming Give Back events in the Philadelphia area. If your organization is hosting free clothing giveaways, food drives, free workshops, community dinners, and more, please share the details using the form on our website. Visit wordradio.com and look for the Harvest banner. It's harvest time, and we're sharing information on those giving back to the community. The Harvest is brought to you by Comcast, PECO, Keystone First, and the United Way. We are WURD, Progressive Black Talk Media.
Merry Christmas!
Hi, I'm Karen Mayer, the business manager at WURD Radio. Wishing everyone a very happy holiday season. We are WURD, Progressive Black Talk Media.
You're listening to Love and Life with Carol Riddick on WURD, Progressive Black Talk Media.
Well, hey there, family. Welcome back. You are tuned in to Love and Life with yours truly, Carol Riddick, right here on WURD. We are talking with Anisa Nyell Johnson. Yes, we are, the one and only. I do want to share that our family members are continuing to check in. Lisa Love, hey, Lisa Love, our boop. She shares good evening with everybody. Heather Wilson, hi there, beautiful. She shares good evening as well. Miss Julie, hi, our beloved. She's sharing happy Kwanzaa with everyone. Moja Day 1. Unity. She did a quick look into, found, very appreciative of the premise, interest to find missing people. It's a drama, similar real life. I love it. I love it. I love it. As of October 11th, 2023, 10.5 million viewers. Yes, yes, yes. And Ms. Lily is checking in as well, and she's sending love to us. Oh, hi there, beloved. Look at that. Hi there. Hi there. CJ. Now, is that JC? CJ? I'm not sure. Don't
CJ
fault me
Icy.
if I mispronounce. CJ Icy. I was going to say that, and then I said no. CJ Icy shares. Hi, Mom. Hey, Mother. OMG. So, family. I was sharing with you that Anisa started in dance and then she pivoted into entertainment, but she shared something else because she's out here saving lives on set, basically, because that's what that sounded like to me. It sounds like you're out here saving lives. So I'm curious to know, now that we shared, you shared all of that with our family members, what like what sparked the change?
It's okay. So, first of all, I'm also a mom of 3 amazing boys. One in college, one about to graduate high school, and the youngest is about to graduate 8th grade, going to high school. So, yeah, mama busy.
OMG.
So, yeah,
that's a job all in and of itself. And CJ Icy, I'm so sorry.
Yeah.
I got it right now, though.
Caleb. So I started out at, let's start back some, FLC. I was my major was dance. So dance and technology, because you had to pick like, real life, real world position along with a performing arts position. So they had for me, it was dance and technology. And so I always knew I was going to be an artist. I thought I was going to be a dancer for the rest of my life. You couldn't have told me otherwise. So I was a dancer for a long time. I danced for Gina Thompson. I was on tour. Yeah. Miss Gina
The things
Thompson.
you do.
Yes. So me and my bestie, Ontaria Kenyatta Wilson, is also amazing at all that she does, writer, producer, all those things, and actor as well. But so we did the tour thing. I moved from FLC into Temple University, and that's where my major switched. So, I went to sidebar. I went to community college. Can't leave that out. CCP all day. Okay, I went to CCP, then to Temple. Let's be clear.
Let's get it all in.
Yeah, I'm not gonna hate CCP. That was a blessing at that time. So then I transferred into Temple, but my major was psychology. Okay. And I always knew I wanted to help people either through dance, through movement, or being a clinician. So I wound up moving to Seattle, leaving my entertainment life behind me. And when I became a clinician as well as a mommy, and I counseled people for about 4.5 years out there. Yeah. And then we moved to
Wow.
Connecticut. I've been around. So I did a lot of things. I've always wanted to help people, but I missed the arts at the same time. So once becoming a mom, I decided, I needed to focus on my kids. So I was a domestic engineer, as I like to call it, for 12.5 years.
A domestic
Before
engineer. Wait, I like that. I might have to write that down, and I'm
Yeah.
gonna put that in my
Everybody,
pocket.
when
A
you do your
domestic
taxes,
engineer.
right? When you do your taxes and you take care of them babies and the family, domestic engineer. Put that on here.
I love it. Well, thank you for that little pearl. Okay, we can put that in our
The little
pockets. Thank
something.
you.
The little something. Yes.
So,
So
so I'm curious to know. Okay, so CCP Temple, you heavens to
moved to
Mercury, Tony,
Seattle
there's just
to be
so much.
with my man, moved to Seattle to be with my man, who I met at Temple. He also is a Temple alumni.
Wow.
Yeah. And that's how I met him. So we moved to Seattle, all the way out West Coast, and lived there about 4.5 years, and was a
I
clinician.
like Seattle.
Loved it.
I love Seattle. Pike Place. Is it the
Yeah, Pike Place Market. Yeah. Green Lake.
Every time I go to Seattle, that's exactly, you can't find me anywhere but there or the venue. If I'm not working, I'm walking around Pike Place Market. It's a shame. It's a shame. They get so much of my money. They just do. All right, so I'm getting caught up and carried away. So okay, so fast forward.
Yeah.
Now here we are. We're wife, mother. What?
Living in Atlanta.
Living in now we're in Atlanta. I love that
Well,
too.
before Atlanta, from Seattle was Connecticut. Connecticut to Atlanta.
To Atlanta.
So this Atlanta move was my move. The other 2 moves were for my husband.
Okay.
So we've been married going on 25 years now. So
oh, God bless you. Congrats on that. God bless you. Okay, because that in and of itself, that's amazing.
Correct.
That's a wonderful thing. So I'm
So
curious to know now.
He's in aerospace. So
he's a what does he do?
Aerospace. So he's just like designs airplanes and things like that.
Oh, wow. Oh, that's amazing. Okay, you know what? So what I'm going to have to do is talk with you, Anisa, offline to have the both of you come on, because I don't know that I know a Black man that's in aerospace. I can tell you that I don't. So I would love to have him come on and talk with us, and you two talk about married life, okay, with these professions on both ends of the spectrum, because entertainment is so far from thinking in the sense that he does, and building in the sense that he does. So I'm curious to know. Now I shared with our family members that you are also a producer and entertainment consultant. Of what does that consist? What does that entail?
So producing, I call the great Rolodex. So I'm good at putting together teams for production, either behind the scenes or in front of the camera. So I can do casting and things like that as well. So I have just a lot of great connections. So when it comes to certain films, I get called in to help put together a good team, or they would like to come, get something from my Rolodex, basically.
Nice. Especially when there's a paycheck associated with that. Nice.
Right.
Very nice.
I have relationships that have been using too. So it just helps a full production when necessary. So that's what I do as well. But consultant, as far as consulting, I help people, avoid the pitfalls of the gimmicks, the scams that's out there. I can inform them on everything entertainment-wise, as far, especially in Atlanta, the best classes to take, the best setup. I also coach actors through their, auditions.
Sure.
And so they get the best, product out.
And you give them therapy when they go and audition, and they don't that the same thing, because it all falls under the same umbrella. I do want to acknowledge some of our family members checking in. My very own cousin, June Nixon. Hey, beautiful. She sends happy holidays. And Jakesha George is joining us, and she shares, we love you, Anisa. Good evening and happy holidays to everybody. Our beloved Eric, Just Rick. He shares, Eric here. Welcome, Anisa. Thank you so much for your contribution. to the Marvel universe. I'm a big fan of Marvel, and you and Rennie Harris, Philly OGs, you two are the bomb. Keep on keeping on, Queen.
Yeah, I used to dance for Rennie Harris Pure Movement.
See that? I didn't even know that. I did not. Oh, Nasir, I did not. I missed your comment. Nasir shares that he went to see Jeff Bradshaw over the weekend. Yes, our beloved, and Music Soul Child. Yes. And I did have a ball in Atlantic City. I sure did. I had such a good time. So thank you to those of you. I'm sorry. Thank you for bringing that to my attention, Nasir. Thank you to those of you family members. You all supported me so much over the past few days. I told you life was lifing in full speed. And but I also had a gig on Saturday. I was at Boardwalk Hall. And it was amazing. So thank you for the love, because I felt it, I saw it, and you shared it on a wonderful level. So thank you. I would be terribly remiss if I did not express my gratitude to all of you. So Anisa, I want to ask you, since you live everything as it pertains to the entertainment industry, particularly and specifically with television, just how did the most recent strike affect you, if at all?
Oh no, it definitely affected me. I'm still dealing with some of the repercussions and outcomes of it. I'm glad it's over, but we had to do what we had to do. Especially here in Georgia, we deal with so much more of financial discrimination here, and so the outcome of what we got as far as the strike is concerned is it is beneficial, but there's still a long way to go for us here in Georgia. So,
really?
Oh yeah. We still don't make the same amount that our counterparts in LA, New York, Chicago make.
Now, see,
the right to work state.
I keep hearing so much about, the most recent comment made by Taraji. So I've always heard it as it pertains to women, and particularly women of color. But now I had no idea region was taken into consideration. Yeah.
It's layers. It's a lot of layers. It's a lot of layers to this. And then even Taraji's so much higher than a lot of us. And the fact that she's dealing with, just imagine how it is for someone that's, working their way up, that chain, so to speak. And it's tough. And don't Google anybody to find out how much they make, because it's a lie. It's not the truth for the most part. Google me,
I believe that.
I have never, maybe will one day, probably in the
speak it. Right.
In the near, I'm speaking. I claim that I was, but no, I have not made that type of income. So it's tough, especially with me wanting to be a contributing factor. When I was on strike, it was just my husband paying and taking care of all 6 of us by himself. You know what I mean? That's a lot.
Wow.
And the dog. So, don't
listen, my first child she's my daughter, so I understand. You don't even have to explain that to me. Okay, so everybody knows tough. Chloe.
Right.
Wow.
So it's been tough, and we're going to be back to work after the new year. Yes, prayerfully work will start fading back, coming back, but we haven't gotten there fully yet. We're not there at all.
Well, I will say this, because I'm sitting here looking at you in real time, talking with you in real time, and we're talking about you having worked on Black Lightning, on Spider-Man No Way Home, on which is a Marvel movie, mind you. You talk about Taraji's level. Well, you are our Taraji. Don't you dare. What are you talking about? What?
I've seen that. Amen.
Working on Netflix as well. These major networks and these major production houses, and I love it though. I love that you're like, yeah, well, no, you are our Taraji. You hear me? Yes, you are.
Thank you.
No, yes, and to that point, speaking about. What you just shared, going into what you just shared about the pay scale and it being different. You just shared, that just blew my mind, what you were saying about it being geographical. I had no idea. I didn't go past, what I was sharing, because you hear so many women talk about the women being paid less, and then I hear so many Black women or women of color talk about being paid less. I never heard anybody mention anything geographical. So I'm thinking, what? Now we've got more. Wait a minute. What? More things to consider? And I never did. So I'm curious to know from you, what are some of the challenges? I would say, yeah, what are some of the challenges that you've had while navigating this industry? I know there have been some you just shared, but some of the more, how would you say, damaging, I could say.
Yeah. The challenges I receive, like I said, is, you know your worth, but trying to get productions to really understand your value. You know what I mean? Here, you get a lot of 5 and belows. When I say 5 and below, 5 lines or less in Georgia for the most part. But we've come a long way. We're growing out of that, where we're getting more guest roles, and so we're moving out of the day player space, which is a blessing, because we have been fighting that for a long time, letting people know the talent is here in Georgia. You don't have to always go to LA to grab the talent. Although I love my LA people, I'm just saying, because if the shows are being shot here in Georgia, you don't have to really pull from other spaces all the time. There's a talent, we are capable here. Plus, you had a lot of LA people move here. So there is talent here. Been here, it's still here. So it's coming. Here. Right. So,
family, you heard that.
That awareness and just really understanding your value, trying to get people to really get it. It's a lot.
That's a whole nother thing. Having anybody understand their value, especially in an industry like this. We know that. Family, what we're going to do right now, because I'm looking at the time, is take just a short commercial break, but stay with us because we are coming right back.
Here's what you missed on Wake Up with WURD.
In 2024, hope won't come from political promises, celebrity gossip, or social media. No, we'll get our hope from each other, because we can share joy with each other. We can share laughter with each other. In struggle, we can lean on each other, and we can win battles with each other. We have to understand that truth, because we've seen what happens when we don't. Shootings and injustice happen, broken families happen, damaged communities happen, and people's lives are destroyed. But when we come together, the possibilities are endless, and in that possibility is hope. So in 2024, I hope we'll stop talking long enough to listen. I hope we'll listen well enough to understand. I hope our understanding will be deep enough to bring change, and I hope that change will make a difference. I hope that when we take a step forward, another step will follow. And when we reach out for those we love, they'll reach back for us. That's the 2024 I hope for. Let's pray it's the 2024 we'll get.
Tune in to Wake Up with WURD with Solomon Jones every Monday through Friday, 7 a.m. to 10 a.m. only on WURD. Progressive Black Talk Media.
Happening now at the Museum of the American Revolution, Winter Break at the Museum. Explore life during the winter months of the American Revolution through live 18th century music, theatrical performances, wintry scenes in Revolution Place, engaging in-gallery talk, and more for the whole family. Details at amrevmuseum.org.
People say our country is facing polarization like never before. At Inform Your Community, we're on a mission to change that narrative. We believe that even in disagreement, we can find common ground and work towards solutions with respect. At Inform Your Community, we know the best way to talk about difficult topics is to talk about difficult topics. We're here to educate, bridge gaps, and encourage dialogue by providing engaging, welcoming, and meaningful events that discuss the timely civic issues that matter to you most. At informyourcommunity.org, we foster an environment of civility and respect. Here, we value productive dialogue over hostility and strive for understanding. To learn more about a movement that believes in the power of respectful discourse to heal our communities and address crucial issues that you care about, please visit informyourcommunity.org. We have a motto at Inform Your Community: civility, not hostility.
Attention WURD community. From December 1st through December 31st, we've got a special gift just for you. Sign up for a WURD membership during this exclusive period and enjoy a fabulous 50% off any one item in the WURD online store. That's right. Whether it's a WURD sweater, crew neck is my favorite, or anything else in our store, it's all yours at half price when you become a member this December. Your membership not only unlocks incredible discounts, but it also supports the uplifting Black Talk media you love. It's a win-win, so don't miss out on this limited time offer. Visit wordradio.com and sign up for a membership today.
Merry Christmas!
Hey family, this is Dr. Paul. Season's greetings from all of us here at WURD. As the holiday spirit fills the air, we want to extend our heartfelt wishes for a joyous and merry celebration. May this special time bring you closer to your loved ones, sharing moments of love and laughter and endless happiness. Happy holidays, and may the new year ahead be filled with prosperity and wonderful adventures. Thank you for being a part of our family here at WURD. This is Dr. Paul. You got it all. Happy holidays.
Happy holidays from WURD, Progressive Black Talk Media. You're listening to Love and Life with Carol Riddick on WURD, Progressive Black Talk Media.
Well, hey there, family. Welcome back. You are tuned in to Love and Life with yours truly, Carol Riddick, right here on WURD. We are talking with Anisa Nyell Johnson. You know exactly who she is. I know you do. I know you do. And she's sharing with us, all things about her incredible journey. So I am curious to know, since we were talking about this journey of yours, if there is a favorite production in which you were involved or on which you worked.
Okay. Well, I will say there's more than one, but I'll start. Of course, I've always loved Marvel, of course. So I wanted to work on a Marvel, and I was blessed enough to work on Spider-Man: No Way Home. So that was awesome to work with Tom and Zendaya, who were amazing to work with. Just lovely. I'd say young man. But they were just awesome to work with, and that production was amazing. And I have to say, Found it. I don't even know where to begin. From Nkechio Coral Carol, NK we call her, who also is the creator of All American Homecoming and All American, and she's the creator, of course, of Found. And this is her brainchild. She created this.
Oh, wow.
And just having her as a leader and her team, the people she placed around us, all this beautiful melanin all over the place. It's just, and just amazing human beings working on the show. My co-stars, they are the bee's knees. And so is our crew. Our crew is the bomb. So this is the first production I worked on, I have to say, honestly, where I could go to set not worried about my hair or my makeup. I have always done my hair pretty much before I'm going to set. So
wow,
this is the first time I've never had to worry about my hair or my makeup, like knowing that it's in good care. It's in good hands. They gonna know what to do with my beautiful sister locks, and how to style them, and just I don't know what to say. Our Mulan team is amazing. And they're all, our Mulan team at this present time is all Black.
I don't know why I'm sitting here looking and acting so surprised, because that makes so much sense to me. It makes so much. And when Anisa, when we spoke just before the show went live, and I said, "Oh my goodness, you look so pretty." I said, "Your hair is so beautiful." And now as you share this, I'm thinking, how about that? How about that in this world in which we live? Our differences have not always been welcomed, number one, and number two, nobody was trying to learn how to manage or navigate our differences. So that's a beautiful thing. And thank you for the answer that you gave too, because I was just about to ask what makes working on Found different. So
we're a fact that we're trying to help the ones who fall through the cracks, the missing, the over 600,000 people go missing a year. More than half of them are Black, Brown, Indigenous, and transgender people. And it's about finding them, putting a spotlight on that, along with some, of course, more intricate storylines from our different castmates as well. But being a mom, one of the stories, being a mom where every day I'm concerned about when my boys go out the door. I have 3 boys, 3 young, beautiful Black joy boys and or young men. And so for me, I'm always, on alert. So one of the storylines deals with a young man who's missing along with another young lady who's Caucasian, who's also missing, but they started to blame the young man for her being missing. Like he caused it. And when that was the furthest of the truth. So they started spinning it in the media and giving him such a bad, outlook that people started going after him. Like when they find him, they want to kill him on sight, things like that. So just the little things we don't think of, that as a parent, when we have to deal with. I'm always like, okay, make sure, y'all are back in before curfew. Make sure you get stopped. You just keep your hands on, like the talks. You can't just say, baby, go out and have a good time with your friends. You have to do the list. There's a list, a rundown you have to do. So the fact that Found has these pivotal messages, along with, something also really cool going on the show, which I don't want to give away for those who haven't seen it yet. But the main cast, the main young lady on here, Shanola Hampton, who the show is really about her and her team. She was one of the ones who were kidnapped on the show. And so when she got older, she made it her mission, her PR firm, to help find us, shine a spotlight, put pressure on the police and the DC PD, which I am a Detective Shaker. So she putting pressure on me. And she's also another young woman who has locks. I love that too. Where they didn't run from our hair. And I love all of it.
At all.
And it's beautiful to spotlight. Her locks are different than my locks, but it's beautiful to spotlight different hairstyles, different, looks. I mean, the wardrobe is oh my God, the wardrobe is amazing. I can't front. Shaker suits be bomb. They're just the bomb. Her foot game, the bomb.
Everything.
Yeah. So
I want, what? Because I know our family members are going to ask, and I want them to know. As a matter of fact, look at that. Nicole P did ask. So how can we follow your journey?
Okay. Well, on Instagram, I'm Anisa, Anisa Nyell, Nyell, as well as on LinkedIn. If you're on LinkedIn, I'm Anisa Nyell Johnson, my whole name. And then Twitter, X. Tweeting X.
Yeah. How about that?
We talked about that. Okay.
We did.
The X Factor. I am Anisa, and then capital Nyell. So it's Anisa.
And Anisa is Anisa. Nyell is Nyell. I want to share that for our family members who are listening and are not watching, those who are not able to see.
On IMDb.
On IMDb. That's right. Yeah. That's right. I am, oh my goodness, I want this conversation to continue, and I'm looking at the time. Okay, we have 2 minutes. In the 2 minutes before we go to commercial, can you share with us a message for someone that you have who is aspiring in the industry?
Look, I'm big on it's never too late. There is no age with this business. I don't care what nobody say. It's never too late. And there's no calling number on your service purpose. So there's no time to your service. So if you don't know what your service purpose is, and I believe that's why we're here on this earth, is to be of service, then you need to stop right now what you're doing and let's start working on figuring out how to figure out what your service purpose is. If it's entertainment, fine. If it's not, if it was the garbage man, then fine. But
then whatever it is,
whatever you put your fingers to, go at it hard. and know that the outcome is always going to be right when you're walking in the right path and you're walking in a place where, like I said, you're ready to serve and help people.
I love it.
That's where God called me at, this entertainment industry, where it is right now. Before it was a therapist, before it was dance.
Well, all of that is tied together, though.
Oh,
all of that is, it's all tied together. Listen, like I said, you cannot work in the entertainment industry and not have these skills as a therapist and not use them, because I know God is using you in that way as well. Anisa, thank you so much for coming to spend some time with us. Welcome to the family. I know you have to run and we have to go to commercial break, so I'm so looking forward to you coming back to visit with us, and we have enjoyed you, family.
Thank you. Yep. And remember, we come back. Found comes back January 9th. You can catch episode 12 by then, and then January 16th, episode 13, which will be the it.
Oh, I love it. I love it, family. You heard that, January 9th. You heard that. Found, okay, on NBC. Go check out Detective Shaker. All right, family, stay with us. We're going to take just a short commercial break, but we are coming right back.
It's the WURD Hot 60. Hot 60. Here's the hottest 60 seconds you missed this week on Reality Check.
Latoya Shambo, she is the founder of Black Girl Digital. Does age become a barrier when it comes to becoming a creator?
Absolutely not. This is the beauty of the social web. You know, it's anyone can succeed in the space of becoming an influencer. Anyone can be a content creator. When you become an influencer, once you start executing partnerships, right? You can be a person of influence at any level, in any industry, in any category. It's just up to you of how you want to show up and build community around your influence, right? I don't think that there is an age. I absolutely think that Black women and men over, any age, 45, 35, anyone can start today and say, you know what, I want to specialize in this and build a community around X and start getting brand deals from it.
And that's your hottest 60 seconds this week from Reality Check on WURD Progressive Black Talk Media.
With the right treatment and support, recovery from addiction is not just possible, it is probable. Millions of Americans have gone on to live fulfilling lives in recovery from addiction. You can start your journey to recovery today. Call 1-800-662-4357 for drug and alcohol treatment and support services in your area. Recovery starts with a call. Contact 1-800-662-HELP today.
Paid for with Pennsylvania taxpayer dollars.
All of us have a role to play in promoting a mental health friendly workplace.
So what can I do to help?
As a CEO, I can set the tone for a supportive culture.
As a manager, I can offer assistance and accommodations.
As a coworker, I can be a source of support.
As someone with a mental health condition, I can ask for what I need to perform my best.
What can I do?
What can I do?
I can remind others that none of us are alone.
And that we all benefit from workplaces that promote good mental health.
Learn more at whatcanyoudocampaign.org.
Words of empowerment.
Nathaniel Lee, I would say this because I was once young and I said the same thing every young person said. I didn't think my elders knew what they were talking about because times have changed. So I would say to the young, every moment counts. I don't care how young you are. I don't care. You may think you have forever. You really don't. Before you know it, you're going to be my age. Because I said the same thing. My mother said the same thing. My stepfather said the same thing. And now they're older, just as I'm older. So I would say every moment count, no matter how it feels. You do not have eternity. So make every moment count. Make good decisions. Make every decision the best decision you can, because before you know it, life is like a shadow. Before you know it, it's over.
This is Words of Joy and Empowerment on WURD Progressive Black Talk Media. Audio provided by Love Now Media. These words of joy and empowerment are brought to you by Comcast, the United Way, and Bank of America.
Yeah!
We're bringing joy and power to the people. This is WURD Radio, 900 AM and 96.1 FM, WURD, Philadelphia. Celebrating 20 years of progressive Black talk media. Streaming online at wordradio.com and the WURD Radio app. You're listening to Love and Life with Carol Riddick on WURD, Progressive Black Talk Media.
Well, hello there, family. Welcome back. You are tuned in to the top of the second hour of Love and Life, right here on WURD, Progressive Black Talk Media, online, on air and online at wordradio.com. I don't know what's wrong with me tonight. I don't know. I guess I'm rusty just getting back. I told you I've missed you all so much. I really have. And I got to get it back together. In any event, you know what we do. On the second hour on Tuesdays, you know what day it is. It's Tuesday, so it's time for our sports update. For those of you who are unfamiliar, we have the privilege of having our beloved Chris Murray, who is a radio show host, journalist, and college professor with more than 30 years of experience as a print and broadcast journalist. He's our very own sports guru and oracle. So, family, without further ado, I welcome you to the conversation with Chris Murray. Well, hey there, good sir.
How are you? Good evening. Are you a little happier now this week? You got a little pep in your step that the Eagles won this week?
You know what? I am. Actually, it's so funny because I had to look it up, family. Y'all know usually I stay on top of it. And I was sharing with our family members that life was lifing at full speed over the past week. So I saw nothing. I saw no TV, no sports, nothing. I had to actually look it up to see what was going on in our wonderful world of sports. And yes, it did put a smile on my face. So I'm so happy that our birds took flight.
Yeah, they won. And although I will say that they did try to lose the game. They did try to lose the game a little bit in the second half. They jumped out to a 20-3 lead, and I thought Jalen Hurts, the offense, they ran the football. They ran the football to the point to where when they were having their struggles early in the second half, the fans were chanting, "Run the ball, run the ball." But there's still a sense. I was in the locker room last night, and there's still this sense that this team still, they talked about playing their best game. Early in the season, A.J. Brown was telling everybody, well, we haven't really played our best game of the season, and we hope we play our best game late in the season. And while it's good to beat the Giants, the Eagles just didn't look, if they played any other team last night, I don't know if they walk out of there with the victory. But when they started off well, then in the second half, on the second half kickoff, Boston Scott gets hit by his own man. Gets hit by his own man on the opening kickoff, fumbles the ball, gives the Giants an easy. The Giants recovered in Eagles at about the 13-yard line, and it took a couple of plays for them to score. So it was 20-14, and then Jalen Hurts throws the pick. Throws not 24, it's 20-10, and then Jalen Hurts throws the pick six only because Dallas Goedert fell down. He fell down and gave Adoree Jackson an easy pick six, and it was just one of those things. The fans got a little restless, but then just when it looked like the Giants were going to come back, it was 20-18 at this point. Then on third and about 20, Jalen Hurts, hits Goddard for, a big first down. Eagles move the ball, run the ball, and then they basically moved into the field goal range. Not field goal, but they eventually scored a touchdown, and they kicked another field goal just to put it out of reach and whatnot. But the thing is, the one question I kept asking was, how close is this team to playing their best football? Jalen Hurts told me after the game, hey, we're heading in the right direction. And I followed up by saying, okay, you're going in the right direction. You think you're going in the right directions, but at what point are you guys going to kind of come together and play the best game? And he said, well, we're getting there. Well, we got 2 games left in the regular season. You got 2 games left. And, you got to put something together. You still make some mistakes. You should win these last 2 games because you got to play Arizona and you got to play the Giants again. You can beat the Giants again. I mean, that should not be that hard. But basically, and we talked to Devontae Smith last night, and he also said that this team is not where it should be. They had to have a lot of tough conversations with each other. And to be honest about it, they're gonna have to continue. They're gonna have to they gotta grind it out. They gotta win. And they gotta play because they've won a lot. They've won 11 games. And but the good news is that the 49ers lost last night. I didn't see that one coming. And I'm a Ravens fan. I didn't see them. They went and dominated the 49ers. I swear. And you heard me say it last week. I didn't see that coming, but that's the Ravens. They do that. But going back to the Eagles, this is more important. What I see with this team is that they've got to get on the street. They've got to play better. They've got to start it off from the moment you start the game, and you got to finish it out. You got to play really well from the time you get there. They're not. I mean, this is the NFL. You are going to have tough passes, but you got to maintain control. And in that game against the Giants, they let them back in the game by making mistakes. And you can't do that. And when you got a team like the Giants, a terrible team like the Giants on the road, you got to finish them and you got to knock them. I mean, you got to make sure that by the third quarter, you're playing substitutes.
Okay, 2 things you said that I want to address. Now, we're all in agreement that the Giants haven't been playing their best. There's a terrible team. The Eagles should have been able to blow them out. The score should not have been anywhere near what it was. So that is challenging for me to accept. But the second thing is the comment you said Jalen made that the team is getting there. We don't have that many more games for you to get there. Like, what is happening? And what is it going to take? What is he proposing it will take to get there? Because that's frightening.
Yeah. Well, they got to play to a standard. They haven't played to a standard, what he said, and they're still winning. Well, when you get to the playoffs, now granted, around the NFL, it has been shown that this is a week-to-week league. Everybody 24 hours ago, as I was leaving the stadium and going home, 24 hours ago, everybody was counting the 49ers before the 49ers got beat over the head. And so every time you think that there's a dominant team in the league, that dominant team has a bad day, a bad week, and all that. That is what's happening. And the Eagles have not really played well. Even in the games that they won, that Jalen had to rescue this team. Jalen rescued them again yesterday. If we're honest, rescued them again. For all the people who said, because he leads the league in turnovers, but in all the games that they've won, all 11 games, Jalen had to rescue them.
See, that scares me. There's so much pressure on this poor man. I say it all the time, Chris. I say it all the time. There's so much pressure on him. But I mean, we do know that's what he signed up for, but still, it's just a lot of pressure. I want to take a moment to acknowledge our family members before we dig deeper into this conversation. Miss Rosalind, hi, our beloved. She's sharing some love with us, and she's sharing us flowers while we can still smell them, and we so appreciate it. We're sending them to you as well. Cheryl Brown, hi there, beautiful. She shares happy Kwanzaa. Habari Gani. Yes, the same to you. And Cheryl Hicks Lucas, she's saying, hey there, good evening, fam. Sending love back to you. Demetric Hillman shares great interview with Anisa and continue to inspire. I will make sure she gets that message because she needs to know that. Thaddeus Juan Cradle is joining us as well and is sending happy holidays to the entire family. And we send it right back to you. Thank you so much. And Malcolm shares he's feeling a little better about this win, but not great. He too believes that they were supposed to blow out the Giants. I said the same thing. You heard me say it. And Joey Dixon is sending peace to everybody. Malcolm shares there was a problem with the coaching. That's what he believes the issue to be. Shirley Bryant, hi there, beloved. She's sending love from Florida. And Darren Toms, hi there, Smitty. He says, good evening, everyone. And happy birthday to you, Smitty, because today is also Smitty's birthday. Happy birthday, happy birthday, happy birthday. Eric is joining us in this conversation, and he shares, Chris, welcome back. Were you satisfied with the final 33-25 score over the Giants? Did you think it was going to be higher?
Well, I mean, 33 points is a lot of points, but it was the points they gave up. Like what happened was that DeVito kid got replaced by Tyrod Taylor, who's a veteran quarterback. And at one point, they threw a touchdown pass. The Giants threw a touchdown pass to Darius Slayton, not Darius Slay. Darius Slayton for like about maybe 60 to 70 yards. And he just reared up and threw it one-on-one against the Eagles cornerback, and that's problematic because you can't let a team, you just can't let a guy who's another career backup quarterback just rear back, just like what Drew Lock did last week, and just throw a touchdown pass on you like that. And luckily the offense did enough to close the game out and everything, but it's just to a point that defense is still bad. Mm-hmm. They got, I mean, like I said, they have some issues they have to work out with the defense. I mean, Shaq Leonard had a pretty good game in the linebacker position, but their real issue is basically the defensive. I mean, basically, Darius Slayton, just burned Reed Blankenship on that play. And your safeties, I mean, your safety's got to cover people. Your quarterback has to cover people. And if they play better teams in the playoffs, now I'm seeing things happen. Mm-hmm. Just to give some optimism, because I gotta look at everything. I can look at the negative. I can look at the positive.
Right.
The positive aspect of this is that I don't know. They might get it together in the playoffs. I've seen it happen. Teams stumble into the playoffs, and then all of a sudden, they're unbeatable. So anything can happen, and certainly in this situation. And I think at the end of the day, I mean, they could get back home field advantage. You never know. Like I said, the 49ers lost yesterday, and I mean, they'll beat the Commanders next week, but then they got to play the Rams at the end of the season. If home field hasn't been sewn up, that last week of the season will basically decide it. I mean, right now, if the season ended today, the Niners would have home field and whatnot. But if the Eagles can win out, and if the Niners lose to the Rams, say late in the season, losing the last game of the season, and that's a division rivalry game. And then too, we don't know the condition of Brock Purdy because, like I said, the Ravens stumped him up yesterday. I mean, he had to leave the game late. He had some sort of stinger. He might be back there, but I think basically in that game last night, the Ravens hurt that boy's feelings.
Ooh, they beat him up pretty badly, huh?
Yeah, I mean, the guy threw 4 interceptions in the game, and so And so from that standpoint, there's reason for optimism, but the Eagles have to get, I mean, like I said again, if you're not playing your best game, but then again, I saw the Chiefs that yesterday too. The Chiefs, now they got eliminated from having home field advantage, and Patrick Mahomes has never won a playoff game on the road. So this is why I say this is also what I'm saying is this is a week-to-week league. If the Eagles can somehow catch lightning in a bottle again, if they can somehow figure out, what's going on with them, and I still say it's the defense, but the offense, like I said, when they ran the ball with DeAndre Swift, DeAndre Swift had a great game. And when they ran the ball with him, everything worked itself out. But the problem is that they gotta be consistent in that running game, and they can't get too greedy. They'll find the big plays. The big plays are tough, but they gotta come in, man. They have to come in, and they gotta be focused from the start. They gotta get everybody involved. Jalen Hurts just can't just try to get the ball to AJ Brown. Everybody's got to be involved in the game, and
Well, especially since that's what we're expecting him to do. No, he can't. Malcolm shares the Chiefs got spanked. Yes, and he also shares, yes, Swift went right up the gut. I love that. So, family, I did share with you that Nick is on vacation this week, and Jordan is joining us. Jordan, hey there, hey there. Jordan is joining us this week. So I'm inviting Jordan to the conversation because that's what we do. And family, guess what? For those of you who are unaware or who have forgotten, you too are invited to join the conversation. You can do that by posting a comment on our socials, or you can even give us a call. And you can do that by dialing 215-634-8065. Or you can even call us toll free. And you can do that by dialing 1-866-361-0900. I do want to share that our family members, I love that you are commenting. Cheryl shares the Eagles have always had a tendency to get a little lackluster, especially when they get ahead early. The Eagles' offensive and defensive coordinators need to be changed, but still can do better. She believes at this point the players are hurt and they are tired because it's later in the season. Our schedule was difficult in the beginning too. She shares she will always stay hopeful for the Eagles. And Ms. Roslyn shares, good evening, Mr. Chris, happy holiday. For some reason, she hasn't watched the last 3 games, but she too believes that within her heart and prayers and the hard work from the Eagles that we're going to go to the Super Bowl.
Well, I hard work, prayer is always the key. Prayer is always. I am always a believer in prayer with hard work. I always believe in prayer.
We need it.
We definitely need it. And, from that perspective, I do think that the Eagles are going to they've got to find themselves. And the way I see it, here's the thing, though. When I think about their 11-4 record, I mean, they had a tough gauntlet of games. Mm-hmm. They had to play some of the toughest teams, both in the AFC and in the NFC. And when you look at the overall record, to say that they're 11-4 at this point, this is what, like I said, I know that's not the normal trend in Philadelphia, to kind of see things, but to go through that schedule and to have some tough times after blitzkrieging their way to the schedule last year, and to have and to win as many games as they've won. This team, you can't be too pessimistic because they're figuring out ways to win. Great teams aren't always great, but they're great when they have to be. And so that's how I look at it. I look at it, yes, there's some things they got to clean up. Mm-hmm. And they say this week, we asked the question, what do you have to clean up? I mean, is it just timing? Is it just not committing penalties? It comes down to raw execution. And I think you got to start with that running game. You got to get those offensive linemen used to beating up people again. And I think if they do that, keep setting that tone and find, let those plays come. Let those tough plays come. Let those big plays come. They'll come.
I have one question for you. How much of the fault do you believe lies in coaching?
A lot. I
Okay.
think that coaching. I think that Brian Johnson and Nick Sirianni have to get it out of their heads that you don't need chunk plays every time. Sometimes you just got to stick to the fundamentals. Those plays that come, you start beating on those defensive linemen, okay? And you know, in my brief experience playing football in junior high school and all that, I remember a game that I was a part of where the other team's defense was leaned on us, and it messes the psyche of the defense. It slows down that pass rush. So that when you do the over, when you fake to the running back, give them the play action pass, you can find guys downfield. I just think that they have to establish that run, but also be able to just to get those plays, stay away from turnovers, stay away from throwing interceptions. Jalen Hurts leads the NFL in turnovers, and so he has to basically protect the football. Let the come up with a coherent game plan, a consistent game plan. Not every play is going to be, we're going to launch it downfield. Run the football. When people know it. And Jordan, I want you to have my back on this. Jordan, when that happened, then that offense was moving. And when you saw me,
big time.
Yeah. And so they just have to just basically get some fundamentals in there. They got a good quarterback. I don't care what anybody in the city says. Yes, he's having a tough year, but you know what? All those 11 wins, Jalen, bailed them out. I don't care. What
he works hard.
He won those games more than defense did. More than defense.
I agree with that. Well, Chris, I want to interject for just one moment. I'm so sorry. Family, look at me. I get carried away with the conversation. I do every single time. But it's time for us to take just a short commercial break. But know that the phone lines are open. And feel free to continue to comment on our socials. When we come back, come on now. We're going to continue this conversation with me, you, Chris, and Jordan. So stay with us because we are coming right back.
JD's Auto Body and Painting, Philly's premier paint and body shop, provides everything you need for expert auto body repairs. Car accidents are an unexpected occurrence. It's stressful, interrupts your life, and causes unexpected expenses. So let JD's professional staff and expert technicians relieve your stress and get your car back to pre-accident condition fast. Get your free estimates with 10% savings today. Call 215-848-5949. JD's Auto Body and Painting, Wayne Avenue and Washington Lane in Philadelphia, gets the job done right the first time. Expert workmanship, frame service, top-of-the-line painting, detailing, free towing, claims assistance, deductible help, and all work is guaranteed. Find out what it feels like to be a valued customer. Call 215-848-5949. Philly's leader in auto body and painting, JD's Auto. Visit JD'sAutoBodyAndPainting.com. Hey, this is Doug Henderson, and I trust my car repairs to JD's Auto Body and Painting.
Finish your high school diploma for you and your family. Visit finishyourdiploma.org to find free adult education centers near you. Brought to you by the Dollar General Literacy Foundation and the Ad Council.
Here's what you missed on Wake Up with WURD.
In 2024, hope won't come from political promises, celebrity gossip, or social media. No, we'll get our hope from each other because we can share joy with each other. We can share laughter with each other. In struggle, we can lean on each other, and we can win battles with each other. We have to understand that truth because we've seen what happens when we don't. Shootings and injustice happen, broken families happen, damaged communities happen, and people's lives are destroyed. But when we come together, the possibilities are endless, and in that possibility is hope. So in 2024, I hope we'll stop talking long enough to listen. I hope we'll listen well enough to understand. I hope our understanding will be deep enough to bring change. And I hope that change will make a difference. I hope that when we take a step forward, another step will follow. And when we reach out for those we love, they'll reach back for us. That's the 2024 I hope for. Let's pray it's the 2024 we'll get.
Tune in to Wake Up with Word with Solomon Jones every Monday through Friday, 7 a.m. to 10 a.m. only on WURD. Progressive Black Talk Media.
Merry Christmas!
Greetings, everyone out there in Word Land. This is David Barnes, photo man for U2 and host of the New Worldview radio program, heard live worldwide, Sunday afternoons, 12 noon until 2 p.m. Wishing each and every one of you a glorious holiday from the entire New Worldview radio crew on WURDradio.com.
Happy holidays from WURD, Progressive Black Talk Media.
Let me tell you something, and don't you ever forget it. Success is nothing without someone you love to share it with.
You're listening to Love and Life with Carol Riddick on WURD, Progressive Black Talk Media.
Well, hey there, family. Welcome back. You are tuned in to Love and Life with yours truly, Carol Riddick, right here on WURD. It is Tuesday. It is in the second hour of our show. So you know what that means. That means we are talking with the one and only Chris Murray, our sports oracle, our guru, if you will. And we're talking all things sports. So in this particular moment, the conversation is continuing about what's taking place these days in the NFL. Jordan was about to comment, I believe, before we went to commercial break. Were you not, Jordan?
Yeah, but you know what? Chris? I gotta say this for your Ravens. Thank you for humbling the 49ers yesterday. Thank you for humbling them, like blowing them out at home. For what they did to us back at home. And also, I don't even care about the Cowboys. They did the same thing to the Cowboys too, but I got to give you guys a hand clap on that one for yesterday.
Lamar Jackson.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. but yeah. Go ahead.
I'm a fan. I didn't think I was just like, well, the 49ers are going to, because, as a fan, I love Baltimore. And, it goes back to when I was a kid. Baltimore in football has always had this sort of weird bad luck, although the Ravens did with two Super Bowls. But that game, that was a big national game, and Lamar balled out, and I was happy for that. But, the 49ers have been talking all of this smack.
Yes, they have.
Brock Purdy was going to be the MVP. No, he's not.
No.
On that team, I give it to Christian McCaffrey. He's a great player, but they keep trying to, tout this guy up. And I'm not saying he's a bad quarterback, but
he's good. But but the thing is, like, the 49ers, like the Kyle Shanahan offense, it's like a whole system offense, which makes like just about any QB look pretty good. Like, put Jalen Hurts there, he'll look fantastic with them. Even Lamar Jackson, like. 49ers would be unbeatable. You have Lamar Jackson right behind that line and have that weapons that they got. Debo, George Kittle, Brandon Ayuk. He'd be unstoppable. So
wait, I want to interject for a moment. Our family members are also talking. Malcolm shares, yes. Thanks to the Ravens, LOL. And he also shares, all of that tough talk. LOL.
Especially from Debo. Debo's been doing most of the talking in the offseason after getting spanked by us in the NFC Championship game.
See, like I said again, things change in the postseason. I'm telling you, things change. And so where you have to look at, if you look around the league, everybody's had their comeuppance. Everybody. The Ravens have, the Chiefs definitely have. And basically, the team that everybody should be afraid of is the Cleveland Browns. But, every team, the Jacksonville Jaguars, the Eagles, the Cowboys, the Lions, everybody, this is the one year where everybody has experienced a butt whipping of some sort, of some magnitude. Everybody's capable of getting their butt whooped in the game. So anything can happen. The Eagles might find, like I said, they might find their mojo in the playoffs. You know that. I mean, the way it's gone. I mean, anything can happen. Just toss a coin. You know, it's just basically toss a coin to see what's going to happen.
Well, Smitty shares that he believes the Eagles, they're just not hungry enough. That's what he shares. He said they're not hungry enough.
I mean,
I can't say that.
He could probably. I mean, he could say that, but me personally, I think it's just the coaching, like the way how they just set them up and stuff. Like they don't really set them up for success. Like, I mean, all the turnovers that Jalen Hurts has, I feel like it's due to the play calling because, like, you know, all, like the defense and everything, like the NFL, they already know what their playbook is. Like the bubble screens, the hooks, like coming back for the ball and everything. That's like most of their plays, like whenever they running and stuff. So yeah, it's like you gotta mix it up. You gotta run it. Don't be afraid to take the shots downfield. And yeah, I haven't seen many slants either being ran too.
Yeah,
I agree with you, Jordan.
Run pass option. They got away from that. That's the thing. Like you're gonna fake it, and you can either run the ball with the quarterback or the running back, or pop the ball down a couple of yards downfield. They gotta do more of that. I think they do more of that. They win. They start winning, but they gotta be consistent.
Yep, that's it.
Well, Malcolm shares this has been a crazy season all the way around. And he shares real talk, Chris. Everybody has been spanked. There's so much truth to that. And Ms. Rosalind shares that she agrees the coaching has just been bad. It's just been bad. One thing I do want to share, though, family, I see a message from Lucy Little, and she's asking us to all be careful. I'm interjecting because I don't want to forget to say this to you. She shares, listeners, please be safe in Philly. This is a very important message. These criminals are wearing ski masks, jumping out of cars, beating people with hammers. This is in West Oak Lane, Uptown. Please be aware. Another hammer attack just happened 2 blocks up on Cheltenham Avenue. It was said the criminals jumped out of a white car. Unbelievable. So I wanted to share that with you all. In the event any of our family members are out and about, just be careful. Please, family, just be careful. Be on alert, and just be careful. Just be careful. I do also want to share that Cheryl Lucas shares they have to change it up. They just definitely have to change it up. Getting back to the conversation that we had begun about our beloved Eagles, they just have to change it up. And Miss Rosalind shares he was getting beat so bad, and Esther Young that she kept the sound down. She said she had the sound down on her television. It was disgusting the way they were playing the 49ers at the end of the team. But she said the Eagles are still going to the Super Bowl. Okay. She said it doesn't matter. The Eagles are still going to the Super Bowl.
Well, I don't mind the I love the optimism. I definitely love the
Jordan, you say yep.
But the thing about it, though, they can still go. I mean, I've seen these things 1,000 times, and I'm about 10,000 years old. And I've been around long enough to know see teams limp into the playoffs. Remember, no one thought the New England Patriots were going to win the Super Bowl when Tom Brady first got there. No one.
Yeah, including me. Yeah.
No one thought. So anything can happen. That's why all this sort of, you can be pessimistic and you can break down what they don't have and what and where they've been weak, and you'd be absolutely right. But I think I've been around this block long enough to know, they weren't looking all that good. Sometimes they get a player back or something, or they rearrange the furniture a little bit. They're on a win streak. They're the best thing. No one thought that Nick Foles, when he took over for Carson Wentz in 2017, no one thought.
Nobody saw that coming. Yeah, you are so right about that.
Yep.
Nobody saw that coming.
I didn't see it coming. Heck, I went to Minnesota. I If Jordan remembers, I was there freezing.
Yep. Mm-hmm.
Cold in Minnesota. I didn't take my. I took my glove off to get to call an Uber. It was like I felt like my fingers were gonna freeze up.
I bet you did.
Yeah, I mean, but
Lord,
the Eagles won that Super Bowl, and the Eagles
remember
won.
that.
And,
right.
and like I said, Brandon Graham threw the greatest left hand since Joe Frazier knocked Ali down the 15th round at Madison Square Garden. I mean that. Like I said again, you can say all these things about we can probe all the statistics, check all late season surges, and we might come out right. But the beauty of this game is that it's a week-to-week league. Anything can happen, and I think, but all that said, Eagles better get it together.
Listen,
dude, I mean
that at its core.
I'm talking about when we play the Cardinals, it has to be done by then. Not against the Giants.
Long before then.
Right then.
Talking about we're getting there. No, Jalen, no. I'm looking at the time, Chris, and the hours go by so quickly. Heavens to Murgatroyd. I want to pivot really quickly before we go to commercial break because I saw some things. What's going on in the wonderful world of basketball? I saw something with Steve Kerr. What happened with Steve Kerr?
Oh, well, Steve Kerr basically said that defense is being legislated out of the game, and that basically with all the Euro stepping and all, if you play any kind of defense, the refs aren't going to call it, and the refs are going to call a foul, and that they're trying to emphasize defense or offense too much. And I think he's somewhat right about that? Yeah, I do, because to me. It's vague on what a foul is. Okay, I see guys come down the lane. It depends if Giannis or LeBron James is coming down the lane and they happen to knock you down and everything. You may not get the call because it's Giannis or LeBron James. So it might be to the point where Joel Embiid or Dame Lillard, whoever the superstars are going to get the call, and they have legislated to a certain extent defense side of the game because you get too physical, they're going to call foul. And I like to see a balance. I don't like to see all offense or all defense like it was in the 90s, but I want to see a fair balance. I'm not a fan of the Euro step. I'm a little old school. I think Eurostep is basically glorified traveling and all that. And I just think that, again, the NBA is a little bit loose because they want more points. They want to see a Ja Morant or LeBron or Dame or Jason Tatum. When any of those guys, they want to keep the ratings. They want to keep the points going. And I have a problem with that on one hand. But at the same time, it's like the calls in the NBA are arbitrary now. This is. I mean, Jordan, am I right? Am I right about this? You're a Sixers season ticket holder, right? You watch this and it's arbitrary. And I'm like, what are y'all gonna do? Does it always have to be, is it this way or that way? And I understand, Steve Kerr's frustration behind that. You play defense, all of a sudden, if you breathe on a guy now, it's a foul. I mean,
unfortunately,
you breathe on certain guys, it's a foul every time and whatnot. I mean, and it goes back. It's not the first time. I mean, Jordan got away, and everybody. I mean, Michael Jordan's one of the greatest players of all time. But there are times when when basically, Jordan got away with a lot of stuff. And, he got away with certain things at certain players, but it's still that superstar kind of thing where they just want to see those guys perform. And, I do.
Yep, and not only perform, but like they want to see them get like the most points on the team and everything. So, I mean, the rest are just going to do everything to make sure, well, I mean, theoretically, I guess, like try to make sure that they get like all the foul calls so that they can get all the points to get to the free throw line and stuff.
I think you're right. I think you are right about it. You know what, Ms. Roslyn, She comments and says this all about money in all sports. And I believe there's a lot of truth to that. I definitely believe there's a lot of truth to that. But I was curious to know when I saw, because I'm asking you because I wasn't really sure what he said or what took place, but I thought something happened, and I realized, and I know from watching sports all these years, because I'm as old as dirt too, Chris. But why now? Like, what happened? Why now? What I want to do, though, I'm going to leave that thought with you as we go into commercial break. Family, stay with us because we're coming back, but I'm curious to know your thoughts about this too, since this isn't new. This has been happening, so I'm curious to know. Stay with us, though. We're coming right back.
Lift up your voice, let it be heard. There is power in the word radio.
Cody Anderson was a pioneer and a giant in broadcasting, especially to the Black community. He was the former owner of WHAT 1340 AM, longtime general manager and president of WDAS 105.3 FM, and he was the first general manager of WURD Radio. Mr. Anderson is credited as the person who influenced WURD founder Walter P. Lomax Jr., MD, to buy the station. Cody Anderson wasn't just the general manager for WURD. He also co-hosted the weekly Electric Magazine show with Vicki Leach. Cody Anderson was a beloved member of the WURD family.
I believe that, and this is personal, it doesn't necessarily mean this is the rule, but I believe the role of Black radio is to educate, inform, to share information with this community that we're the center of. And we are, in fact, the center of this community. And I know that this community hangs on every word. And I found out some time ago what it means to this community, this radio station.
This 20th anniversary vignette was brought to you by Bank of America, the United Way, Comcast, and Wells Fargo.
WURD Radio Digital Tip of the Month with Stephanie Humphrey is brought to you by Comcast.
Two-factor authentication, or two-step verification, is a security measure that requires you to provide additional information before you can log into a specific account online. You may have to enter a code that gets sent to you via text message or use an authenticator app. It's an extra step that might seem inconvenient, but it's there to keep you extra secure when you're shopping, banking, or connecting with others online using social media. Two-factor authentication is designed to keep you safe from unauthorized users trying to access your accounts, and it's definitely worth it. You can visit the different websites you use regularly and search the help section for security topics, ask a friend or relative to help you get set up, or type two-factor authentication plus the account you want to secure into Google. Any way you do it, adding another layer of protection to your online accounts is a good way to keep your information safe on the web. Stay tuned to WURD for more tech tips and stay connected with us at wordradio.com.
Tune in to EcoWord Magazine, hosted by POC, the first Friday at 11 a.m. for the PA Lottery EcoWord Tip of the Day. Brought to you by PA Lottery, benefiting older Pennsylvanians every day.
Hi, I'm Shaka Khan, and I feel for you and your health. Black Americans are at a higher risk for diabetes, but we're less likely to get the latest technology to manage this dangerous disease. It's called CGM, Continuous Glucose Monitoring. Instead of a painful finger stick to check your blood sugar, you wear a small device that can give you glucose readings at any time. If you have diabetes, find out if CGM is right for you.
Merry Christmas!
Hey, WURD family, it's Solomon Jones, wishing you a happy holiday season, Merry Christmas, Happy Kwanzaa, Happy New Year, and Happy Blackness. I wish you and your family every good thing and every blessing during this blessed season. I wish you a happy and prosperous and successful New Year, and I send you my love from me and my family to you and yours. Peace.
Happy holidays from WURD, Progressive Black Talk Media.
What is love?
You're listening to Love and Life on WURD, Progressive Black Talk Media.
I think I know.
Well, hello there, family. Welcome back. You are tuned in to Love and Life with yours truly, Carol Riddick, right here on WURD. We are joined with none other than our sports oracle and guru, Chris Murray. So here we are talking. About sports, all things sports. And I had started the conversation about basketball because I saw a comment. I saw something about Steve Kerr, and I wasn't really sure what happened or if something had taken place. Cheryl commented just before the commercial break that she believes that all sports betting is affecting the games hugely. Yeah, I believe that too. I believe that too. I believe that too.
I'm gonna say this though: in a few years, we're gonna have maybe an epidemic of people who are addicted to sports gambling. If it's not happening already, it's not happening already.
I believe that. I definitely believe that. So this conversation that I started about Steve Kerr, did something like happen because you were sharing, this isn't new, this has been going on for long, or did he just say, look, I've had my fill, enough is enough?
Well, he was reacting to the fact that Jokic went to the free throw line about 18 times in the first half. And he kind of felt like, well, that was a bit too much. He said that, look, I'm not going after the officials, the officials themselves. But this is his quote. He said, all across the league, we have really good officials. I have a problem with the way they're legislating defense out of the game. That's what we're doing in the NBA. We're teaching officials. We're just enabling players to BS their way to the foul line. That the players are doing anything. You slightly breathe on somebody, they get to go to the foul line. And I've kind of seen that a little bit. I mean, and I love Joel Embiid, but I've seen a lot of the superstars can get away with that. They can just get away with like Nikola Jokic had like 18 free throws in the first half of the game between the Golden State Warriors and the Denver Nuggets. And, they lost the game by 6 points. And he was just saying that, fans don't like it because, the players are like baiting the refs to call fouls just because they have somebody plays defense on them. I think he's right, maybe 50 to 60%, maybe 50% of the time. I mean, I've seen Jason Tatum, whenever the Sixers play the Celtics, just, if somebody even just puts a hand in his face, you'll see the ref go foul, go to the free throw line. And, it's hard to say that it doesn't, I can't disagree with Steve Kerr, but maybe it might be sometimes a frustration of, when you lose the game, you're looking for something. But at the same time, I mean, there is a thing. The superstars are going to get the love of the free throw line. That's all I see. I mean, George,
Yeah, pretty much. I mean, every time, because like every time when I see, like an average player, I don't know, maybe like Patrick Beverly or something, going to the rack and try to draw a contact, he don't even get it. But you have guys like Steph Curry or like Damian Lillard, like we were talking about, like Damian Lillard, like LeBron, all of them, like going to the rack, they always get it some way, somehow, even if they're not even touched. Even if they're not even touched, and they just go,
Oh no, I'm sorry, Jordan. I'm so sorry. No.
That was the end of my point.
I have another question for you all, for the two of you, for everybody. So I saw that Grizzlies point guard Ja Morant, and we were talked about him most recently when I was talking about him coming back. But I saw that he was named Player of the Week, and I know he just came back off of suspension. So I'm curious to know, what do you think about that?
Oh, he's a great player.
He is.
He had
The
game in his first game back. He had a game-winning shot. I mean, the guy's a great player. He just got to stay out of trouble. Maybe he grows up and all that. He needs
to
grow up.
Yeah,
he was at Murray State. No relation to me. He was in college, and so I think he's a great player. Maybe he grows up and he's a heck of a player. I mean, that's one thing I have to give that guy. I mean, I definitely have to give him credit because he's just, I mean, he is a great player. And if he just, concentrate on playing and get better at your sport, leave the outside noise alone.
Just
Play ball. Be like Kobe Bryant. Kobe just, Kobe was a workaholic.
Man, yep, he was, and he would get his teammates to go to the gym with him. Like even at 5 a.m, he'll just be knocking on their doors, just be like, "All right, come on, get dressed. We about to go train." Oh yeah, he was like that. Mm-hmm. He didn't. He wasn't playing around. He won a championship.
And it showed, though. I mean, it definitely showed. Cheryl shares that they're privileged. It takes the fun out of the game. It's cheating. That sours it for people in her eyes. That's a good point. That's when, and he definitely is. He definitely is. Well, they all are. They all are. I was about to say as I was saying the statement, I was thinking, and who isn't? So yeah, they definitely all are. And Eric shares. Well, Mr. Murray, let's hope the Philly Union gives us some major pride when they perform at the FIFA World Cup. Can't wait until you cover that.
Well, the thing is, I got to do more. I got to do more soccer. I got to do more. I got to get into a lot of things. It's just, like tonight, by the time the sun rises this morning, I hope to be finished. I got one class I had to finish up grade-wise. I got one class left. And then I'm going to enjoy my vacation. Cigar, alcoholic beverage in moderation. Not to,
Listen, this is your world. Even if it's not, it's none of our business. You hear me?
I'm just saying. And then I'm going to rest. I'm going to enjoy the rest of my holiday and come on this show. I mean, I'm just going to have fun for the next month, for the rest of the whole month of last part of December and the whole month of January. I'm going to have some fun. Watching the games, watching live playoffs, and maybe I'll even be able to play a few good chords on my guitar.
Wait a minute now. Wait a minute. So wait a minute. Will we be without you? How long will this vacation last? First of all, I love that you're taking a vacation. I love that for you.
I'm going to be on the show. I'll be on the show. It's just the fact that when I come on, I won't be
chill. You'll be more chill. Well, wait, Eric shares, yes, you do, Master Murray. You're the Yoda of Philadelphia sports. And Ms. Rosalind shares, preach, Chris, preach. She also shares that she agrees with Cheryl. Back in the day, sports was loving game, not all about the money. Just getting a trophy was exciting. Yep. I'm grateful. Different game, money. And she also shares, you deserve every minute, every second of your time spent on your self-preservation. It's the first law of nature. If you don't love you, Chris, come on. If you don't love you.
I do love myself.
As you should. As you should.
If you love you, and I love everybody, like man, I love everybody and I love everything. You remember the floaters. You don't remember the song Float On.
Yes, I do. What? Yes, I do. Float on.
He loves the woman, he loves everybody and everything and whatnot,
Oh my god, that's a classic. Are you kidding me? That's such a classic song. You got to know Float On. You have to know that song. And Malcolm shares, Chris, you deserve a break. You deserve a break. I know, Chris. Listen, I tell all of our family members when I introduce you, all of the things that you're doing, and any one of them in and of itself, it takes a massive amount of time and energy. But here you are, being a college professor, being our sports guru and oracle, and being an on-air personality. Like, listen, that's a lot, Chris. That's a lot. That's a lot. I mean, and a journalist, like, come on now. And the list goes on. And those are only the things that I share with our family members. You do so much. So good for you. Good for you that you are going to enjoy this holiday season as you should. Okay, as you should. I just want to say thank you once again, as always, because I love our segment. I love when we dig down and I get to hear your opinion when you break it down for us about all things sports. And Jordan, thank you for joining the conversation because I so appreciate you for doing that. Miss Rosalind is sharing. Thank you. Family members, if you have people that are out and about healthy, especially in Germantown, Mount Airy area, please tell them to be careful. Please, please, please tell them to be careful. She says her prayers go out to all of these victims of these crimes. And she's hoping that it does get better, as am I. As am I. But you know how it goes. The holiday season, especially because we're all out and about. Just be careful, family. Be careful. Hold on to your loved ones. Love them. Hug them tight. Hug them tight. Do you hear me? Hug them tight. As we wrap up, I just want to say, praise God. Always praise God from whom all blessings flow. Thank you, family, as you continue to support Love and Life. Thank you for your well wishes, your prayers, your support, like everything. Just thank you for being you. I so appreciate you. And you know I love you because I tell you every single day that I get the chance to do so. I love you. But God loves you so much more. Just know that. Put that in your pocket. To all of our guests, thank you for sharing your time, your energy, your attention, your space, your spirit, and your knowledge with us. We appreciate you. We do. Happy birthday once again to all of our birthday love bugs, especially you, Smitty. Happy birthday. To the entire WURD family, thank you, Niall, Nick, Jordan, for all that you do. Family, remember, we're all in this together. So be good to you, please. But please be good to those around you because we all need it. You hear me? We need a little extra love. Have a great rest of your night, family, and be sure to join me Monday through Thursday, 7 till 9 p.m. Eastern Time for another edition of Love and Life right here on WURD, Progressive Black Talk Media. I love you. Good night.
It's the WURD Hot 60. Hot 60. Here's the hottest 60 seconds you missed this week on Evening Words.
Speaking now with Felicia Shankin, the CEO and founder of the Philadelphia Women's